So coming into whatever shape you want for this practice, if you need to take a couple minutes and do a down dog or do a stretch or do anything, but we are entering the realm of the heart, the Anahata Chakra, through the initiation portal of Imbolc, of midwinter, which feels very auspicious today. But this portal actually is through February 11th, and really through spring equinox. We're in the Imbolc stirring. So making yourself really comfortable and cozy and tending to your heart. So coming into a space where the heart feels happy, the heart feels held. So making sure the head and neck are supported, making sure there's spaciousness. If you work with any crystals or essential oils or elements, you could always, put a crystal or stone on your heart, or if you have essential oils, you could rub some on and put it over the heart, or just allow yourself to settle in. And so the Yoga Nidra journey is one of remembering, it is one of releasing and restoring. We allow the body to go into deep rest, which is so needed and supports our body's healing process. And then we are guided through this journey of our other layers of consciousness. And so as we move through the wheel of the year, we always are going through these portals. We go through the active solar time where the moon, the sun is getting stronger and filling, which is where we are now. And then we go through the waning side of the sun. And then through the moon, we go through that every month. And in our own bodies, we go through this process too. And every time I lie down for Yoga Nidra, I kind of feel like I get to go through that spiral of what is needing to be released, what am I trying to sustain, and what is being birthed, what is being awakened. And that is enhanced by what's actually happening around us. So the moon has started to wane. We had our fire full moon that activated that third chakra. And as that has grounded and waned, it sort of brought up this heart energy, this first whispers of spring in the Northern Hemisphere. And so as you settle in, do any wiggling, any shifting, anything you need to do, if the body needs to kind of shake it out or shift, and then just give yourself permission to let go. And one of the qualities of this time of year is we start to feel that spark, that light. And so there is that desire to take action, to move forward, but we still have 6 more weeks of winter. So it really is about feeling that fire and letting it move through you and start to live in your heart as it starts to be expressed organically. Because if we push too hard right now, and we see that in nature, so, there's certain plants blooming right now that's a little bit early in the season for them, and they may or may not survive because the weather will continue to shift. And so it's the same thing in our bodies. We want to stay in that natural rhythm, but also trusting. So trusting your heart, trusting your own process, your own cycle, trusting to the best of our ability, the cycles of nature and our own sort of life path. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose, fill the belly, fill the heart, hold at the top, hold in your heart. And then open mouth, let it all go. We're going to do that again and add a little bit of tension and release. So as you inhale, fill your belly, fill the heart, focus at the heart, and then squeeze, hug everything towards your heart. Squeeze your fists, your toes, hug everything towards the heart. Hold, and then open mouth, let it go. Let everything drop towards the earth. And then one more time like that. Inhale, breathe, fill up, hold the focus at your heart, and then hug everything in, squeeze your face, squeeze your arms, hug everything towards the heart. Hold, and then open mouth, let it go. And so you can almost imagine, again, your heart being this magnet, this center. And so as you inhale, though, that heart energy moves out. And as you exhale, it comes back in. And there's that pulsation too. Then when you inhale, we fill the heart. And then we exhale, we offer it out. So there's always a flow. There's always reciprocity. The heart chakra is the air element. And so as we gather in our senses, as we gather in the other elements, pull everything into the heart and just allow that pulsation. As you inhale, the heart fills. As you exhale, it offers that heart energy out. And then as you inhale, it expands and radiates. And then exhale, it runs back to the heart. And so there's a pulsation where we give from our heart and then we receive in our heart. And just allow sort of this awareness of the breath, this pulse of breath to bring you here now. Call yourself here now. Call in your senses. Call in your challenges, your victories. Call yourself here fully. Call yourself here with everything you are to this initiation point, this holy day on the Earth calendar, which has nothing to do with our human-made affairs. This is the cycling of our planet in conjunction with our stars, our sun, our ancestors. This knowing is deeper than anything the finite mind can grasp, this remembrance of our cyclical nature, that it is our birthright to move through the cycles, to birth and sustain and release, to transform and then start that over again. And so as we feel into the pulse of the heart, as we call ourselves here, letting go of all the roles, responsibilities, requirements outside of the space, we call ourselves fully into the space of our heart, your unique, infinite heart, your unstruck heart. Anahata in Sanskrit means unstruck. And somewhere underneath all the layers of heartbreak and resentment and grief and joy is this unstruck pulse that activated in the womb of your biological mother and continues to pulse through you. And once this body has transformed back to the earth, that pulse will again continue to dance and change form. And so we gather ourselves into the heart as this practice of Yoga Nidra for the Imbolc initiation of the Anahata Chakra begins now. Feel the body growing heavier as you continue to focalize at the heart. Feel the back body resting into the earth that is halfway through the winter in the Northern Hemisphere. Feeling the stirring of spring that wants to burst forth, and yet held by the powers of winter that whisper, not yet. And in this moment, there is nowhere for us to go. There is nothing for us to do. There's nothing except receiving this practice, allowing ourselves the deep rest and restoration that will allow us to channel the creativity, the inspiration, the wisdom, the healing that is available at this time that will carry us through the rest of this solar year. This is our initiation of 2021. Feel into your body, feel into the earth, and maybe for a moment, allow yourself to feel back to where you were around Halloween of 2020, around October 31st, the end of the last solar year, as we descend into the underworld, as we descend into gestation. And then how you felt around the winter solstice, around December 21st of 2020, the awakening of the new solar year, maybe the seeds that began to emerge and that have carried us to this point right here, right now, the exact midpoint between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. And so as we gather into our heart any feelings or emotions that have come up from this dance since October 31st through December 21st-ish to now, and we arrive here fully, knowing that we are in divine timing, whether the finite mind can ever possibly understand that or not. We are here at this time to drop into that quality within us that is infinite and unstruck, and that can continue to support us and guide us to our soul path, regardless of what continues to happen in the physical world. It is the beacon of love and light, and it is yours. And today we reclaim and when we restore that light of our heart. So feel gratitude or appreciation for the journey that you are on, for the love and the loss. And gather it into your heart. And as you settle into your heart, calling yourself here fully, letting everything else go except this felt experience of your heart. This is where we whisper the heart's longing. And maybe this heart's longing has been with you since October. Maybe it's been with you since December. Maybe it's been with you for months, weeks, years. Maybe it has just summoned here and now. But as we offer this midwinter sankalpa into the heart at the time of the Anahata Chakra, let it really be heartfelt. What is your deepest longing for yourself, your journey? It can be in words, it can be in emotions, it can start with I am, or I feel. And this is the truth of your heart. Let it come up from that deep courage of the belly up into the heart. And offer it 3 times like you were tossing a coin into a wishing well. And as you state or feel your sankalpa with all of the authenticity that you can sense at this time, you then release it and you trust. Trust your heart. You trust its longings. You trust its wisdom. You trust it to guide you, to manifest and to release. And as we sink deeper into the heart, we will move this heart energy through the body. This heart energy that is like the most loving breath, the most loving breeze. If you've ever stood in the air and reached out your arms and felt the winds move through your body, this is what we summon for the body scan. This cleansing, awakening, energizing quality of air to move through our bodies, to blow through and clear out anything stagnant, anything excessive, anything that no longer serves the truth of our heart. And so as you feel that wind rise in your heart, we allow that to move through the body effortlessly, freely. This pure breath of the heart, purifying and energizing us from the inside out. Feel it in your heart, and then it extends to the right side of the body, the right hand. It moves through your right thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, the palm of the right hand, and the back of the right hand, and your whole right hand, this gentle breeze, this warm breath through your right wrist, the right forearm, into the right elbow, the right upper arm, the right shoulder, your whole right arm. Feeling that cleansing breath, that healing breeze. The right side of the chest, the right underarm, the right side of the ribs, right side of the waist, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right shin, right ankle, the top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, the big toe on the right foot, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, the whole right foot. A gentle breeze moving through your toes, up through the right leg, the whole right side of your body, from the tips of the toes to the tips of the fingers, feeling purified and enlivened. And this powerful healing breath breeze moves back into the heart. And then it shifts direction and it moves to the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, the left palm, the back of the left hand, the whole left hand, all the way to your fingertips, up into the left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, upper left arm, the left shoulder, the whole left arm, blessed with this breeze. Left side of the chest, left underarm, left side of the ribs, left waist, left hip, the left thigh, left knee, left shin, left ankle, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, the big left toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, the whole left foot with that healing breeze, the left leg, the whole left side from the tips of the toes to the tips of the fingers, alive with this cleansing breath, this powerful breeze. And then it moves back to the heart and it gains more love, more power. And then again, changes direction and moves to the back of the body. And you feel the backs of both of your heels, the backs of both of your ankles, both calves, the back of both knees, both sets of hamstrings, the glutes. And you feel your tailbone and your sacrum. And this breeze moves up the back of your legs and then up your spine, from the base of the spine to the base of the skull. Feel this gentle pulse of breath up and down your spine. As it moves down the spine, it moves up the right side of your back, the right low back, mid back, upper back with the shoulder blade. And then back down your spine, and then up the left side, the left low back, mid back, upper back with shoulder blade. And you feel the back of the neck and the whole back of your torso, your spine out to the right, to the left, both shoulder blades, the back of the neck, the back of your skull, and the whole back body. You feel this gentle breath, like the most cleansing air, move through the whole back of the body, to the crown of your head, your forehead, right temple, left temple, the right ear, the left ear, the right eyebrow, and the left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, your right eye, eyeball, eyelid, eye socket, left eye, eyeball, eyelid, eye socket, your right cheekbone, left cheekbone, the right nostril, left nostril, bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, your whole nose, your sinuses on either side of the nose, all cleansed by this breath. The right facial cheek, left facial cheek, the right upper lip, the upper lip, the lower lip, the right side of the jaw, left side of the jaw, your upper row of teeth and gums, lower row of teeth and gums, your tongue, tip of the tongue, root of the tongue, your whole mouth, your chin, your whole face, receiving this warm breath like a healing steam across your face, or a cool breeze. Down to the right side of the throat, to the left side of the throat, right collarbone and left collarbone, the right side of the chest, and the left side of the chest. The center of your heart, down into the solar plexus and the organs that live here, down below the belly button, into the low belly and the organs that rest here. Into the right side of the pelvis and the left side of the pelvis, the pelvic bowl, the organs that live here, and the floor of the pelvis, your root. And you feel the torso with the organ body and the endocrine system. You feel the front of the body, the whole torso. Again, this cleansing breath, breeze, steam. You feel your whole body, the back of the body, the front of the body, the right side of the body, the left side of the body. And as you feel your whole body here, again, it is as though you are effortlessly floating in the breeze, in a warm breath, or even in an ancient smoke of healing herbs. Your whole body being purified, blessed by this element of air. Whole body, your holy body, your body whole. As your body continues to receive this healing breath, breeze, steam, smoke, however it awakens for you at this time, you trust, you allow the body to continue to receive what it needs as you draw back to your heart. As you feel into your heart, again, you feel that pulse of breath, the inhale and exhale. And while we will not do any kind of force of breath, we are going to feel into the breath and peel back the layers of the heart that are ready to be moved through to get to the root of the heart. And so as you breathe, I'm going to ask you to count back your breath. And as we count it back, imagine with every breath you count back, you are dropping a layer deeper. Again, our heart, we're at its center, is unstruck. We have so many layers of our human heart experience. And really, what feels more struck than the heart? And so with this energetic breath, we peel back these layers, these rich, precious layers of the human heart to access the divine heart. And so starting with 11, you will count back your breath, entering another layer with each breath. So as you focus on the heart, you'll inhale and think, I'm inhaling 11, and I'm exhaling 11. I'm inhaling 10, I'm exhaling 10. And you'll continue to count back without force, all the way down to 0. If you get lost, come back to 11. If I have not moved us into the next realm, stay and come back to 11. Just feel with every breath that you are going deeper into your heart, using the energetic realm to clear out any outdated energetic layers of our heart, any lingering heartbreak, grief, loss, resentment, any pains that no longer serve our path. As you count back the breath, we are releasing those layers of protection that are no longer needed. And trust that you will only release what is no longer needed, and that anything that is still needed will remain intact. This is your heart. And you are counting back the breath, releasing the stagnant layers around your heart. let go of the count and feel where you are in your heart. And it is from this layer, wherever you are, that we will enter the mental and emotional realm, helping to now purify the heart from any outdated mental and emotional experiences and bringing balance and recalibration back to the heart's emotional and mental capacity to heal and hold space. So as again, you feel into your heart, that felt sense of heart, of gratitude, empathy, compassion, love. These are the high vibration qualities of the heart. Summon that connection in your heart. Let it raise the vibration for this process. And as the heart feels amplified by this love, gratitude, appreciation, empathy, we're going to call in the felt experience of heavy. What is it like when your heart is heavy? What happens when the heart is heavy? Is there a color? Is there a shape? Is there a felt sense? Does it move through the body? What happens when we bring heaviness into our heart? Then let it go. Release heaviness and call in light. What is lightness in your heart? What happens when the heart feels light? Is there a color, a sensation? Does it move into another part of the body? Is there an image of your heart when it is light? Light. And for a moment, can you allow heavy and light as you breathe into the heart? Hold that space for heavy and light. What happens when you allow the heart to hold that tension between heaviness and light? Let that go and feel into your heart in its high vibration of gratitude, empathy, love, appreciation. Now call in expansion. What happens when you allow your heart to expand? Allow your heart to expand. Does it expand towards the skin? Does it expand towards the room? Can your heart expand bigger than the house, bigger than the street, bigger than the planet? What happens when you allow your heart to expand? What is the experience of your heart expanding? What is the color, the taste, the sensation of your heart expanding? How far can your heart expand? And then it begins to contract, and your heart contracts and contracts and contracts and it contracts down, down, down. How far can your heart contract? And contract down to the tiniest atom or cell in your heart. How much can you contract your heart? What happens when you contract your heart? And is there space for both? You have a heart that both expands and contracts, that expands as big and luminous and as tiny and restrictive. What happens when you allow your heart both expansion and contraction? Let that go, come back to that high vibration of the heart. Love, compassion, gratitude, empathy, appreciation. Feel into your heart and call in grief. What happens when we grieve? What happens to our heart? Shifts in the heart when we are in grief. When your heart is grieving, when your body is grieving. This is a safe space for grief. And grief transforms into joy. And what changes? Where do you feel joy in your heart and your body? What is the difference of feeling joy now? Where is joy? Is there joy in your heart? Joy get brighter and bigger. Again, what about both? What about the tension between grief and joy in your heart? How does your heart hold grief and joy? What does that feel like? We let that go. We come back to the heart, back to those qualities: love, gratitude, compassion, empathy, appreciation. We call in fear. What happens when your heart is full of fear? What is the difference between fear in your heart and grief or contraction or heavy? Is there a difference? Is there another vibration that comes in when your heart is full of fear? Fear. And fear moves into faith. What happens when you have faith in your heart, in your love, in your capacity to love? Faith. Faith in your heart. Faith in the heart. Is there room for both? That space where maybe we experience fear, that fear of loving, that fear of falling, that fear of losing, that is so human. Just as it is human to grieve when we do lose or change. At the same time, we still have space for faith. Faith in your heart, faith in love, faith in joy, faith in expansion and service and light. Faith in the dark. Let all of that go. Let the breezes, the breath, the steam, the smudge of the heart move through that emotional experience. Just allow your heart to be free. Amplified by this purification process, this recalibration process. Amplified by the innate love, gratitude, appreciation, empathy that is your birthright in your heart. As you drop deeper, as you plunge deeper into your heart, now that it is free of those emotional layers that no longer serve, we drop down into the heart. As you get deep down into your heart, when you can go no further, where do you land? If your heart had a landscape, if it had a secret garden or temple or cave, cavern, what would it be? Let your heart's true nature reveal itself. And you are in this space. You are in the center of your heart's secret garden, cave, cavern, temple. No right or wrong manifestation. This is your heart, and you are here in your heart, and your heart welcomes you home. As you breathe, exhale. Here you are safe and you are held. Anything that needs to be healed is able to be felt here. So as you just allow yourself to get comfortable in this safe space, and this is a space you can return to anytime, you settle in. Just being here, you feel calm, safe. You feel the healing taking place that is necessary at this time for you and for your heart. And somewhere in this space, there is a flame. Any kind of flame. It is safe, this flame of your heart. And somewhere in this space, there is water. Any kind. This is your heart, and the water is safe here. Allow yourself to be somewhere between these elements in your heart, between the fire and the water. And as you sit and you breathe, your breath wants to continue to do deep work. Your breath wants to now offer to the elements anything that again needs to be said or felt or released. Any relationships, any ideals. And you get to choose how you use these elements. Do you offer what you release to the fire or to the water? We don't overthink it. We know, we trust. These elements are here for us in our heart. We are offering to them with our breath anything ready to be purified. It can be a thought, it can be an idea, it can be an identity. It can be a philosophy, a quality. Again, a dynamic, an experience. We are emptying our heart, anything that no longer serves us. And as you offer to the fire, as you offer to the water, with your breath from your heart, in your heart, anything ready to be released, you feel this area get more spacious, more open. The light gets brighter. The water is louder. The breath is deeper. And as you feel complete in offering your breath to the elements to purify and release, now is the time where you can offer the whispers of what you want to call into your heart. Because the heart is the breath. We don't hold the heart in one place. If we try to hold our breath, we get sick. If we never empty our heart, if we never cry, if we never release, then we can't create space for new heart experience. And in this safe space, on this day of initiation, we have offered out anything we don't need. And now there is light and there is space and there's inspiration and creativity available in your heart right now. And so now with your breath, with your whisper, you again whisper into the elements, into the space of your heart. What is it that you are inspired to create? What is it that you are drawn to? What is it that you are passionate to offer as service, as love? The heart is our service. We fill up and then we give it away. That is the nature of the heart. We both give away and we release. We call in and we receive. And now here in this space of your heart, with your breath, with your whispers, you call it in. Call in whatever you've been making space for in your heart all of this time. Elements receive it and your heart receives it and it grows bigger and brighter and your heart fills. You've said all that needs to be said. Pass your hands over the fire into the warmth. And you pass that over your body. And then you dip your fingers into the waters. And you bless your body. You bless your sweet heart, your physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic, human, divine heart. And you seal in this initiation, this activation. You seal it in and you rest in the spacious awareness, the spacious blissfulness that is the true nature of your unstruck heart. You rest in the spacious awareness, spacious blissfulness that is the true nature of your unstruck heart. initiation has been received, and it will slowly continue to unfold as the days lengthen, and you can trust it. You can return to this heart space anytime you need to empty out or call in. You seal in all that you need as this Imbolc initiation, Anahata activation, Yoga Nidra is now complete. You always have the invitation to stay here and rest. If your day requires you to move forward, you can begin to feel the breath in your heart as it moves out through your fingers, your wrists, your arms, your chest, and then down into your legs, your toes, your feet, and from the heart, again, as you inhale, you might start to wiggle and stretch, and then exhale back to the heart, and just let the heart kind of pulse you back into the space. You might even just want to roll to one side and integrate in fetal pose. And then if and when you would like, you can come to sit. You can let your hands rest on the heart. Even if you want to stay lying down, you might place your hands on your heart and just gently rock and honor this Anahata chakra that we've activated on this holy day. On the wheel of the year. And our chakra system is always ceremonial for us personally. And when we align it with the earth, with nature, we are again raising that vibration for all beings. And I'll seal this time by chanting the seed sound of the heart, the sound of Yam. If you'd like to join, take a deep breath. Yam. And from my heart to yours, I bow. Blessed Imbolc, Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you so much.